Hello everyone, this is Auntie Taye Lolu. There are three basic things I advise parents to intentionally discover about their children. These three things will aid you on your path to impactful parenting. And the three things are: number one, your child's love language. Do you even know your child's love language? A child who is secure in the love of the parents would hardly do anything consciously to hurt or unsettle that parent. It is just like we adults. Whenever we are in love, we don't like to hurt our beloved. We don't want to do things that will make them sad. We consider and reconsider before we take certain decisions. So also is it with our children. The moment a child becomes secure in your love, that a child feels so assured of your love, that child would hardly hurt you. That child would hardly, at least consciously, do anything to hurt you or to make you unhappy. There are various kinds of love languages. There's the words of affirmation, there's the acts of service, there's the gifts. Yes, some children, they believe that you getting them gifts translates to love. That means you love them. While for others, they just love verbal confessions of your love for them. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Many children love to hear this. And for other children, it is physical display of affection. Physical display of affection, where you just like to hug them, you like to cuddle them, and all of that. And for some, it is acts of service, like they are doing something, you offer to help them, you want to participate in it with them, you want to make such achievements easier for them. So the love languages of our children vary one from the other. I'm a mother of three, and for each of my children, their love languages differ. Number two, what do you need to know on your path to proactive parenting? It's your child behavioral control method. What is your child's behavioral control method? Whenever your child errs, whenever your child does anything to maybe they flaunt your orders, maybe they just disobey you, flagrant disobedience, maybe they just err, they err. What are the means through which you control them? There are four basic types of behavioral control method, and the earlier you discover which works for who amongst your children, the farther you are progressing on your way to proactive parenting. Number one is punishment. Kneel down there, stool down there, sit on the air, things like that. Number two is words of advice. Some children, no matter how much you punish them, no matter how hard you beat them, no matter what privilege you withdraw from them, until you sit them down to advise them, they never become better. And for some other children, it is when you withdraw their privileges that they become better, that they sit up and adjust. For some, it is verbal advice. Like my dad, he liked to verbally advise his children. He did that a lot, and I think it was profitable for him. And for other children, it is spanking. Spare the rod and spoil the child. No matter how much you verbally advise them, no matter what behavioral control method no matter what privileges you withdraw from them, no matter what punishments you give them, until you withdraw their privileges, they don't become better. You are not permitted to watch TV for the next 2 evenings. You are not permitted to use the computer for the next 1 week. Things like that. Withdrawal of privileges keeps them in check quickly. So for behavioral control method, we have 4. We have the withdrawal of privileges, we have the spanking, the beating, we have the verbal advice, and we have punishment. Punishment is kneel down there, close your eyes, raise your hand, sit on the air, and stuff like that. Now, the third thing every parent needs to know on their journey to proactive parenting is your child's temperament type. Your child's temperament. We have 4 basic types of temperament. We have the choleric, we have the sanguine, we have the melancholy, and we have the phlegmatic. Phlegmatic, sanguine, melancholy, and choleric. Yes. So the earlier you discover your child's temperament, the easier it is for you to discipline them, to deal with them, to train them, to mold them, to nurture them. Cholerics are control freaks. Sanguines are the fun lovers. Melancholics are the ones who easily fall into mood swings. You just see them becoming suddenly moody. And phlegmatics are the unmotivated ones. They are not really driven. They just like they are complacent. However it comes, it's okay with me. But cholerics are go-getters. Cholerics are firebrands. They are the ones that have good leadership traits. They like to control. They like to be in charge. Sanguines are fun lovers. They like to make friends. They are socially alive. I'm more of a sanguine. A lot of us have 2 temperaments. One is the basic one and one is the subservient one. Try to discover your child's one from the other, their basic temperament and the secondary temperament, which is the subservient ones. The earlier you are able to know your child's temperament, the easier proactive parenting is for you. The easier it is for you to psychologically and emotionally connect with that child. Do you understand? So I'm recommending this book, Tim LaHaye, Why You Act the Way You Do. Tim LaHaye is a book I'm recommending every parent to buy. It is the best book in the market that explains temperament types. So that is it for today. God bless you. Goodbye.